I hope it won't be a very long video. I'm not planning to stay here for too long, guys. I'm just taking a minute. I have some surprises for you. Those of you who are on my Patreon, I recorded some videos just for Patreon today, just some suggestions and ideas. So I'll post it this coming week. Thank you for supporting. And this video is why MGTOW guys just would not actually keep going their own way. This is one thing that I do not understand. And if you are if you belong to this category of guys, feel free. This is your time to shine. Why do you have to come and spill your poison, your frustration, and try to convince in your decision other people? Please tell me, what is the point of it? Why do you need to come and poison and try to make everybody join you on your way out? That is your choice. And why don't you enjoy your choice? Why do aren't you supposed to enjoy, doing stuff with guys, boating, I don't know, clubbing, traveling, making money? How is that you have time as you call yourself productive man? How is that you have time to come and watch, women's videos and comment all this negativity on it? If you're a productive man, if you're so busy, you're so successful, how come you have so much passion, you have so much passion and dedication to those people who trying to make something out of this life, who try to create a family and have better relationships and have better connection? I don't understand. For example, it kind of reminds me, if you have you are at home, you don't want to be at home anymore. You want to go and party or travel. And you tell everybody, in your household, hey, now on, I'm going to be traveling. I'm going to be partying. I'm going to be exploring. And then you stay home and you harass everybody else that they should join you. But meanwhile, you are not joining. So if you are one of those men who go in their own way, can you tell me what in the world you forgot on my channel? We are here trying to make things work. We're trying to offer solutions. We're trying to make sure that people will understand each other and create something out of this. If all you can do is just drop nasty comments because you had bad experience in life, ask yourself why you're wasting your time. Aren't you supposed to be enjoying this time, without women, without this, kids that you can't, according to you, they are a waste of time and effort. So, what's wrong? What did you forget? As far as I understand, when you take a decision, you usually don't try to convince anybody else. You just go out and have fun. A lot of women now deciding to not get married. But if you're gonna spend all day on a video to convince people to not do it, this is kind of strange. Aren't you supposed to go and travel around the world and live the time of your life, living your best life? So how is that, how does it make sense? If you can't stand women, why do you talk about them all day? And why do you try to poison everybody else's comment section? So that's my take on it. Hey, Lance, that's just my take on it. It's just, you're trying to do something good. You're trying, a lot of people are trying to be the warrior for the light, to bring the good message. So many incredible YouTube personalities and psychologists, and making all this wonderful videos for self-development, for people to understand life better, understand communication better, try to do the best for the community, create family, and doing all these things. Yeah, why to drag down others? And the thing is, if you truly, I do understand that not all people were created to have a family or to have committed relationship. It's not for everybody. But why do you have time and effort? Why do you try to convince people that want to try it to not do it? Hey Kevin, good to hear from you. Yes, it's becoming Kevin is saying MGTOW becoming largely toxic men children. Yeah. John is asking what happened. What happened is I often get attacked in the comments or in the messages from people, saying that, oh, we know the truth about you, we know like the truth about women, it's not gonna work, men not getting married anymore. Well, some men not, and some men do. And some men want to have family and they want to have somebody when they are on a deathbed. They want to have somebody to shed a tear. Have you asked yourself that question? Some men do not want to be in the clubs in their 50s and 60s, looking like they're catching the train. Do you know that, when you're a lot older, women are only going out with you, uh, they have no plans for you. They just, enjoying going to certain places, otherwise they wouldn't go out. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate it, Steven. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm having everything is well with me, guys. I'm just, I'm trying to focus and do good things, and then I get slammed with all this stuff, and I'm just, if you don't want to be somewhere, you don't want to be there. What is the point of you trying to convincing somebody? It's the same as, like, for example, if I decide to travel around the world, and I will knock on every door of my neighbors and say, hey, you must travel the world with me. What are you doing? You're wasting your life. People would look at me like, you want to travel the world, so go travel the world. Why do you have to convince somebody, right? Hello, Matt. Yeah, I know. A lot of men think they think that these young women want them. Some young women want you to a certain extent and to a certain point, but it's a very short period of time. Some young women will stick around for a bit, but you're not looking for commitment, so eventually it's going to be just you and the darkness. I mean, and this is sad, and I've seen this happen a lot. While you have money, while you have energy, yes, you can have somebody, you can buy somebody, but eventually it's just gonna be you in the darkness, and this kind of makes me want to cry because I've seen it with my own eyes, and it's not a fun scene. I've seen men in my life, even though we had culture, everybody, when I was growing up, it was, a lot different, but I've seen how men struggling more than women in a way. And I'll explain why I think that. Men struggle more than women in a way because women are usually a lot more social. Usually, I mean, you either have your kids, your grandchildren, or you have nephews, nieces, you have girlfriends, you may have goddaughter. Women like to have more of the social circle, of the social circle. Women are more social, right? Women are communicators. And so that's why, when this man saying, oh, you're not married by certain age, you're gonna die alone. In 2021, it's almost like you have several lives. You get married when you were young. Sometimes it wasn't such a great choice, but you still have a child or children, so you are not alone already. You're gonna have something to look forward later on. Then you work on yourself and you become more mature. You meet somebody who is more mature and you create another family. Sometimes you live for 15-20 years, and sometimes your spouse pass away. It's life, and you get married again. People can literally do these things and create family as long as their health allows them, and don't shame those people. We honestly, when you take yourself off the market because you're not in a relationship material, you don't want it, that is fine. That's a personal choice. But don't try to poison, people that trying and creating something in their life just because you could not create it. Do you think if you could create this, if you could create it, you would not be criticizing? But I tell you what, yes, there is no guarantee that you will not die alone. You know, there is no guarantee. Sometimes you can have children and, you know, you had terrible relationship with them. But for men who don't want to have no children, no commitment, who do you think, oh, thank you, who do you think is gonna be there when you are in your late 60s and 70s, and if you're lucky 80s? Who do you think those young chicks, as you call them, gonna be just going wild? You at that point, you can't even buy them anymore. They don't even want to be around anymore, because you've never offered commitment, you've never offered true friendship, you've never offered true support. So, you know, what do you think gonna happen? Yes, you enjoy life when you are young and while you are active, but it's not gonna be like this forever. And that's why people, despite of gender war, despite of all those crazy laws, and people still trying to create something. Nobody wins a gender war. I'm gonna open my window. It's really hot. So I just want to share this with you guys. You know, for those of you on my Patreon, I'm gonna share with you my favorite place, and if we ever have a retreat, we probably gonna have it there. I was out for a lovely dinner this evening, and what I've noticed when I was sitting there, I saw couples. There were quite a bit of older couples, and I was just looking at them and thinking to myself that, you know, these people did not waste their time on all this BS. They were doing something right, you know. They were doing something right, and right now, in their later years, they enjoying it, you know. I've seen how it is. You know, we didn't have that many social services when I was growing up, so I've seen some very sad things. So don't try to convince somebody to get on your path, you know, on the path with you. You know, you don't know how your life will end. You don't know what you're gonna be thinking on your deathbed. You don't know what you may be regretting. So that's it. That's a short message today. Hey guys, good to see you all. Yes, I mean, if you don't invest anything, if you don't commit, you're not gonna get much either. And if you think it is very classy to come to women's channel and, you know, bash them, and okay, how many hours a week do you spend to uplift other people? How many hours a week do you spend to try to help people understand each other, to create something? How many hours do you spend of positive action? That is my question also. I do not go on man-hating channels, because that's not my goal. My goal is not hating men, for example. So I don't understand. I don't think anybody does. It's like, you going somewhere, keep going. That wrong way. Hey guys, hey Emil, hey Lance. Thank you, Lance, appreciate it. Marco, I'm actually in US, so I'm not in Bucha. Big difference between being alone and being lonely. Yes, you know, I'm an introvert, for example, myself. I like spending time by myself, even in situations where I probably shouldn't. I like to spend time by myself, and in fact, if I don't, I become very frustrated. But the person I'm with understands that. They're not trying to, you know, to take a handcuff. Okay, Marco, I see. You know, handcuff me somewhere. So I'm doing my own thing, and I'm very lucky to be where I am. But spending time with somebody is super important, you know. Being able to build bonds, build friendship, you know, build family and things like that. I mean, can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with creating your social circle. And not everybody is lucky to meet their soulmate, but at least you're doing your best, you're creating a social circle. I mean, how is it you benefit from getting other people down? It's like, you build a building, the building got demolished, or it didn't, you didn't do a good base for the building. And then what do? Like, you go around your neighborhood and crash other people's buildings because your building was not built well. Like, make it make sense to me. Hey, Brianna B, good to see you, girl. Nobody wins a gender war, that's for sure. Thank you, Gary. Hey, Mark, good to see you. Yes, 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 yes. I love this. Mark is saying, I agree with you, Veronica. Look at all the people created a new life or reinvented themselves after defeat. And you know what? We live, I mean, hopefully, or that, not hopefully, we live longer now than we ever lived, especially for those of us who try to take care of, themselves. So, let's say if you live, like, let's say 75, 80 years, you may reinvent yourself 3, 4, 5 times, and it's not always on purpose. So somebody is trying to build something, you don't have to do it, but don't try to tell them not to do it because it didn't work for you. It didn't work for you, maybe it is not for you, but it doesn't mean that you have the right to tell them that their life will not work out. It doesn't mean that you have the right to tell them and insist that, oh, your life is not going to work out because my life didn't. That's your problem. Yes, and you're lucky. If you still have health, you can reinvent yourself, A lot of Ukrainian women, get divorced sometimes, they were pushed to get married. Even when I was growing up, we were almost like, I wouldn't say forced, but all my friends, including myself, we all gotten married by the age of 25. And it may seem, oh, that's too early, blah blah, but you know what? It's not too early because sometimes it's too late, and you don't have no more time to even raise a child or create a family. So there is never perfect timing. You always have these plans, you always want to play, but how much longer you can play? And once again, you may not believe me, but them older men with gray beards, when they go out, restaurants, and I'm gonna post a video under this in my link to also prove something. Not prove, but show an example of it. Yes, they will go out with you, but they don't want to be with you. These ladies do not want to be with you. And they're not going to be your friend. They're not going to be taking medical decisions for you. Those, hookups kind of situations. So, yeah, you if you're not growing, you are dying too. Yes, you got to overcome these things. And once again, if that is your decision, that's cool. But don't try to make fun of other people because they're doing something you can honestly admit that you cannot do it. You cannot do it. So I'm glowing, you all. Oh my gosh, I was at such a beautiful place, guys. But mosquitoes, I wanted to film outside. Well, first of all, we had dinner, so kind of was nice to have just a nice treat. But after that, it was so beautiful outside. But mosquitoes this year, just thirsty for your blood, like the MGTOW man, just gotta bite you, Just gotta bite you and hurt you. Yeah, Lance is saying, had this conversation with my body, and much of what you say was talked about. Yes, as life sovereignty and reinvention is the beginning. Kevin is laughing. How you doing, by the way, Kevin? How's things unfolding for you? How is your lady? Yeah, you know, people rarely marry in their 20s. Here, wait till 30 to finally marry. Catholics only account for 60%. Yeah, Ireland. I see. Okay. Yeah. But you know, honestly, I was ready to get married when I was about 23. I was ready. I already had enough, you know, in Ukraine we're going out and partying since about age 16. You know, we just go out, you know, with friends, you know, just it's kind of innocent stuff. Then when you get to 18 to 20 something, you can go to different clubs, and you know, I've already done that all. By the age of 23, I was ready to get married. I didn't want to waste my time. I didn't want to have my child at 45, you know, using all kinds of stuff, you know. So anyway, I'm just sharing with you, you know. And the thing is, I just want to also say this: it takes no courage to put somebody down. It takes no courage to talk trash. It takes a lot of courage to glue things together, to make things better, right? It takes a lot of work, and the thing is, some of these guys who, you know, follow my channel, and they know how much work I put in my channel. You know, this is, I love doing what I do, and I appreciate my guys and people who knew me for years, and you know, and all of that. But you know, it's my lifetime. I can be doing something else. I can be taking a babble bus right now, which is coming up. But I'm just saying, you know, I always have you guys on my mind and in my heart, and you know, and I'm consistent. And most of these people who come and saying these things, they have nothing. The only things they have is bashing somebody. They never have a picture or a name or anything like this. Some of them have channels, but I just don't understand how is this driven, super successful man have 5-6 hours a day watching videos about what they don't want. Like, make this make sense to me. Why would you do you guys watch what you don't want? It's like you suffering so much, but you keep watching. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I mean, I'm enjoying what I'm doing, but I'm doing it continuously. Yes, you know, we all take breaks sometimes, and you know, vacations and personal things, and sometimes it's not so easy to manage your own personal life and the live shows, because you want to be off camera, you want to enjoy your own personal time. And I prefer to keep my personal life private, just because, if you know, one thing when somebody tells something about me, but if people tell things something about my family or somebody I'm with, I am going to war. So I'm literally, it's gonna be bad. So Emil says, to justify their suffering. Yes, you know, it's true. But you know, the thing is, you can justify suffering. You can also justify, you can find examples for where things not working out. You can find just as many examples where things are working out. It's just when things are working out, people do not always post about it, because it doesn't make a breaking news. Oh, this family got together and they have a beautiful child, and they understand each other, they have fantastic time. It's not going to be on the news. On the news is going to be only domestic violence, you know. Lance, my work and personal, it's there is a fine line between my work and personal, that's for sure. It's like they're trying to find reasons why people suck instead of to learn first yourself. Yeah, I know. Let me read some more comments. My fiance won't acknowledge me or post photos of me on social media. Well, maybe she's not your fiance. I'm debating on if I want to go down that road again. Which road, Lance? Ukraine is very similar to Mexico in this sense, free and wild. Let me read some more comments. Divorce in Ireland wasn't illegal till 1996, and divorce rate has gone much up. People have to value each other and know their roles in relationships. Yeah. Gary is saying, it's like what you said, nobody would win in this gender war. Feminism has become this group of women that think like children. Yes. Yeah, women are weird. The super feminist women are weird as hell as well. And MGTOW has become the same, but with men. This has to stop. Yeah, I mean, for me, for all I'm concerned, you know, they can do whatever the hell they want, but why they come into somebody else's territory? Somebody's just trying to build something and to help other people. Can you guys tell me? Okay. Oh man, it's super super hot in here. Or maybe it's hot just for me. Man, it's we have the war on mosquitoes. Oh, we don't need no gender war. So I'll put it like this. That's basically it, guys. Just want to share this with you, and this is why I want to develop more of the private. I'm gonna think about some more private ways where how we can do our videos and some good stuff, because I'm just tired of this. Somebody says I'm boiling in the UK. Everybody has their timing. I don't think that you need to rush. I don't think you need to force yourself. And it's not for everybody. You know, there are some people who are born to be very creative. Some people just born to do business. They just don't care about. I mean, I do understand there are some people that were not necessarily meant to go and have particular route, you know, of things. I'm planning a little bit later on, Kevin, yes. Lance, don't make me laugh, okay? If you would have a woman you really want, you wouldn't be debating. I know you well enough. Here he is. So you ask. If you are so happy, must know three. If you're so happy where you are, why do you have to come and shit everywhere? I think you are exactly, you know, where you think other people are. You are in plantation and slavery of your own mind. Just because you cannot build something doesn't mean that other people cannot do it. And if you're so happy, why do you need to come and try to prove your happiness? It doesn't make any sense. I don't come to MGTOW channels and tell them that they need to get married, because I know I will lose all of my energy and get nothing in return. Plus, I don't think that everybody should be I don't think that everybody should do only one thing, you know. I don't think that marriage and committed relationship are for everybody. I don't think so at all. But I just don't understand why when you see happy people you have to come and shit everywhere. Plus, you're responsible for your choices. You know, people that you choose are your responsibility. That's it. People that you choose are your responsibility. You know, I have friends and girlfriends, and some of my okay, I'm gonna say this. I don't attack anybody. This is not true. This is exactly what I'm not doing. You should watch my video from the beginning. I said, I understand people's choices. But if you go in your own way, why do you come to my videos and try to tell me what we need to do on this channel? Well, where we trying to understand each other. I don't care, you know. Life is full of choices. We have many of them. And you are responsible who you choose. This is my main thing, you know. I have a lot of, you know, I have a network of friends and girlfriends. I don't even talk to girls who consistently choosing men who are abusive. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to be a part of it. If you are in a relationship, if you keep choosing bad men or men who are abusing you, we cannot be friends, because you need to be discerned. You need to be able to have some discernment. I don't want to be part of the drama. And you are responsible for your choices. You are responsible for who are you choosing to be with. So is you guys. You know, it's your choice. As far as I'm concerned, you can do whatever the hell you want. Just leave other people alone. The reason why I make this video, because I'm sick and tired of getting these comments. And also, you know, I'm really gonna work hard to do a, gonna think about alternatives. So it's like, we don't care where you go. It's a, as I said, it's like you announce to everybody, I'm gonna be a world traveler, you know, and then you're not traveling and pushing everybody to travel with you. So go have fun. What the hell are you doing on our channels? Go have fun. You say you're living your best life. Go ahead. It's a choice. It's a free country. You can do the hell. And I don't judge women. You know, a lot of women do not want to have children. They, you know, they don't want to get married. That's their choice. Just you're responsible for it. Then don't cry. When you're older and you have nothing, that's sad. Exactly. I mean, I don't even see the reason. I don't attack anybody. So I don't have, you know, I mean, why, you know, what's the point of it? There is no point. There's absolutely no point in that. Like this channel, so for those of you who are maybe new, this channel originally was made to help guys who date internationally, who date in Ukraine and Russia, kind of understand our mentality, understand what, you know, Slavic dating is about, and things like that. That's pretty much it. And then we start to just go a little bit deeper and talking about psychological issues, you know, relationship issues. But I have probably 900 videos about cultural differences, you know, with Ukrainian women and American men and so on and so forth. So that's what we're doing here. And nobody's forced to watch it. But I have a lot of people that are getting together and they were inspired by my channel, or they improved their relationship, or they got in a new one. So that's why I'm doing it. I'm not doing it to prove anything to anybody. It's absolutely useless. Thank you, Kevin. Oh no, that's all good. That's all good. I understand. The thing is, I just even don't care enough. I mean, I don't care enough for, I mean, why would you spend your, it's like, you know, imagine you open a business and you go, when you open a business, you attract people who want something from this business, right? You're not gonna go and convince other people, you must buy from me. And if you're not buying from me, you're a bad person. People are gonna make their choices. I have subscribed to many different aspects of MGTOW ideology for about 5 years now. In my opinion, the reason some follow the conversations of women, because as human will never stop hoping. Exactly, you know, if you hate women so much, you know, why do you all day talk about them? But that's okay. You can talk about it if you want. For a better future. That resonates in constant disputes over women's outlook instead of just walking away. No, I think if you decide to walk away, like, I don't get it. If you decide to walk away from something, do it. I mean, what is the point? I mean, it looks really weak. Like, you decided, go and follow your decision. You tell everybody you decided. But the moment a woman of your dreams or the woman you're attracted to tap you on the shoulder, say hello, you're gonna throw that whole thing. You're gonna it's gonna fly out of the window, because every heterosexual man wants to have a relationship. Every heterosexual man wants more than just a hookup. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I noticed. Also, you need to choose. You need to choose the kind of women you're looking and talking. There are plenty of traditional kind of women right now also coming up. They are sick and tired of this agenda. They don't like it. They do not make this weird. They are not on TikTok. They're just normal good women. Yeah. As I said, I respect other people's choices, but you cannot be on the both sides of the law and contradicting your message. You should care less. If you made a choice, you should care less what anybody is saying. When I decided to get married and be a mother, I didn't care that some feminist does not want to be a mother. If some feminist does not want to have a child, or hate boys or hate men, I'm not gonna even watch that negativity. Not even like, sometimes things come across you, somebody shows you something, but I don't even watch the stuff because I don't care for it. When you take a decision, you gotta follow with it, unless your decision and your word worth nothing. So you just pretending for everybody else, oh yeah, I took this decision, but you didn't take shit. You're just lying. You lying to everybody. I actually had a couple of guys who watched my channel admitting that they've been watching MGTOW, and yet they desperately wanted to get married. It's like, choose your poison. You can't be both. Make a choice. Take a side. Pick a side. One thing worse than these kind of guys to me is those that cannot decide. Pick a side and make a choice. Don't stand in the door. You're right, Veronica. It takes our ideology straight out of the window. As men, our greatest strength is our ability to set a goal and commit to it. The life of successful men cannot be burdened with something. Constant revisions and backsliding on our lifestyle choices. Exactly. There are many great scientists, people who are really like out of this world, so to speak, very talented people that I respect. I respect their choices. They knew they were not made to create a family. They knew that this was not their cup of tea. They were not trying to make it as such. So they knew that they belonged to science or innovations or technology, or maybe they were musicians. They knew they could not keep up a family, so they made a favor to women they were with, being honest, telling them that, hey, I'm not capable of this is not something I can do. That's understandable. But and again, not all people are capable of this. It's not an easy thing, by the way. But once you're taking a decision, you know, before you announce your decision, you need to think it through. And when you think your decision through, then you should announce it. It's like you don't want to post controversial things every day and contradict to everything you say. You take some time, you take a decision. It's a tough decision, but sometimes you have reasons to be where you are, and that's okay. But as Edward said, once you took it, stick with it, you know, and you will be respected. Reinventing yourself is when you take yourself to a new level. It's not when you gossiping about women on the channels. Reinventing yourself is when you discover yourself and you taking actions, you becoming more than you are currently. You are evolving, you are growing into somebody better. Growing into somebody better does not include gossiping all day and pointing fingers at others. And it's not backsliding and tweaking everything you said. If one day, you know, you were on one side and you want to be on the other side, it should be a conscious decision. And then you got to stick with that one, you know? You know how some people, they try to open a business, they open 5 different endeavors and none of them work, you know? I know some people and some channels, you know, I follow on social media. Every year they have a new brand, a new business idea, a new channel idea, and they stick with none. This is not reinvention. Reinvention is when you truly go deep down on something and you recreate yourself. It's about a lot of focus and work and vision. It has nothing to do with other people's choices. My hands are tired, guys. I left my tripod at home. And again, those of you guys who are on my Patreon account, I'm going to show you a very beautiful place I've been to today. It's such a nice spot, but you can find something similar where you are. It makes such big difference. I just wanted to share with you. And I gotta go now. I actually have to drop some donations. My car is while I'm in my car, I gotta go. I have some donations to drop for, you know, some certain reasons or certain people. But I'll read a few more comments. So reinvention is like bettering oneself versus constant different lifestyle. It's reinvention is when you develop yourself, you learn new things about you, you invest time in yourself, you rediscover, you know, maybe you felt like you were one way, but then you took a good look and you realize that the words you're saying are no longer resonating with who you are inside. So we are growing, we are evolving. Sometimes what happens is you still saying the words and you believed in something and you maybe were an example of certain way of life, but then you start catching yourself, you're saying these words, but deep down you no longer believe that that is true. So this is when you take a deep look and you reinvent yourself. You realize, okay, you know what, maybe I'm not this feminist that hates men. Maybe I'm actually enjoying when men open the door for me, or he helps me out, or he supports me, or he gives me love and support, and, you know, whatever else. You know, I say these things because it was convenient, because I was brainwashed, because I was there in my life, you know. Sometimes we grow, and, you know, I've been through that too. I remember, you know, saying some things to a very close friend of mine, and then I'm like, why I'm saying this? I don't even believe in it anymore, you know. So we have different periods. They say like every 7 years your body and your mind renews, or, you know, you becoming like a new person, but sometimes it can be 1 month. You may have hit a rock bottom and you may be born tomorrow again. Sometimes you lost somebody and your mindset shifts. Sometimes you find something and your mindset shifts again, you know. You just don't know what kind of experience will influence you and when you're going to rediscover yourself. Basically, also rediscovering yourself is when um rediscovering yourself is also when you find out you have more than you thought you had. You know, you have hidden talents. You opened your mind, you've learned something more, and you realize, okay, maybe I'm not like this, maybe I'm a different person than I thought I was, you know. For example, you know, I told you guys, you know, sometimes sometimes you have to do uncomfortable things to rediscover who you are. Yes, Terry, don't force your choices on others. I agree. So whoever told me that I'm not attacking anybody. I'm not interested in that. I just would like people to leave me alone and stop like, wait, what did I do? And stop telling me stuff, you know? Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Brianna. I appreciate that. Thank you for the super chat. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. Here is to a proper difference maker, and I will always support people like yourself. Thank you. I appreciate it very much. What question exactly? Thank you, guys. Thank you for the kind words. And Brianna, thank you so much. You have become such a consistent or permanent supporter. I truly appreciate you. It's very nice of you to support my work. Guys, I should be, you know, taking a bath and relaxing, and but I'm just like, you know, I make my videos, I pour my heart, and then I get these comments. I just had to block a bunch of people of, and it's like I'm just thinking to myself, it's time to it's time to talk about this, you know. You know, guys, imagine I would be coming to feminist channel and I would say, ladies, what are you talking about? There is nothing like being in the arms of a man. There is nothing like, you know, kissing somebody you love. There is nothing like knowing that you're pregnant and you carrying a new life. There is nothing like being a boy's mom. You know, there is nothing like, you know, being married again or being engaged again or being in love again. So they're gonna look at me like, or that it's hard to live without help of a man. Like you know, we can do a lot of things on our own, but we choose not to, you know. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I can do a lot of things on my own, but I don't want to. It's a whole lot more fun when somebody is helping you, somebody is there for you. It's a lot more fun. But I'm not gonna go to feminist channel and tell them how much I enjoy, you know, attention and support from a man, because it's gonna be, oh, it's because you're useless. It's because, you know, you cannot do this or you cannot do this. No, no, it's not because of that. I can actually do everything on my own, but I choose not to. I can open my own door, but I prefer when men opens it for me. You know, I can go get myself a gift, but I love when man gives me a gift. I can make my own money, but it sure is pleasant when the man cares for you, supporting you and showing his love. And I appreciate that. And feminine women do appreciate that. So, but I'm not gonna spend days of my life trying to convince a feminist to be somebody else. They can be whoever they want to be as long as they stay away from me. We cool. We good. So, guys, with that being said, I gotta go. I need to drop. You know what? I was thinking to postpone it till tomorrow, but since we step on the on the call, I'm gonna go drop a few donations. Just you know, I was thinking to sell some stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna donate this to those people who really need it. Just some clothes, some toys. It's and then so tomorrow morning I won't have a busy, messy car with those things. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Oh, life sovereign. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Kevin says, "Be strong and stay well." Well, Kevin, I can't talk too much on my live show, but I don't have to stay very strong. Thank God, I have love and support, and that's what's important. I don't have to stay strong, but in my spirit, I'm always strong. But lately, I noticed, talking about being strong, I noticed that um for us women, it pays off to be feminine over being, I am a strong woman. Hell no. Yes, if I need to, we'll fight, and we will do what we gotta do, in this channel. We'll fight, we'll stand strong. Yes, I know what you mean. But I'm just saying, even in my spirit, I know why I'm doing these videos, and I helped, each time somebody attacks my channel, I go to my emails and I look at the feedback from people. I just have a couple that just got united in Texas. Actually, several different people, couples, and I get these messages every day, or very often, maybe not every day, but very often. So I know why I'm doing this, and I know that ideally we should have companionship and love. On the other hand, guys, I want you to understand, I don't think that somebody had wasted a life if they did not, create a relationships, or got married or anything like that. I don't think that somebody wasted a life. Sometimes your life, you were born for a different purpose. Steve Jobs was a terrible father, but he was an incredible inventor. There were people who died virgins. Some of the famous people, scientists, they've never dealt with women. They don't know what it is. They were born on this planet to create. So it's not for everyone. Oh, thank you. You're showering me, guys. You're showering me with some love and support. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Edwin. This was a good listen. Thank you, Edwin. Belle, I appreciate your support. Are you new on my channel? I think you may be new. Maybe not. I don't know how long you have been listening, but thank you so much. And it was nice to get your input. Um, once again, people, we live in 2021. Everyone has a choice to do whatever they want to do, right? We all have a choice, whatever we want to do. So we should not be shaming other people. Okay, I need to get myself, that little ring light that you can clip, because unfortunately the days are getting shorter. Sorry guys, I'm in the dark, but I'm still here. I've got so stirred up over, it's like it's so painful sometimes. Sometimes you do take things to heart. It's not because of these people, but because you're trying to do things from your heart. You lose your sleep, you put all of your energy in it, and somebody just comes and just try to destroy everything. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that kind message. Yes, and I know that, but I just wanted to share this. Thank you so much. It's just a really lovely message, but I'm too shy to read this about myself. Thank you. Yes, I do have a big heart though, because I wouldn't be doing this otherwise. I think all the people who, I follow some creators, and uh I can see those that do things from their heart compared to those who just do stuff, because they have to, or because they guys, there's a much better way to make money than being on YouTube. You can make you can sell stuff, you can do different commercial stuff. You have to be really driven inside, within. And I also follow and support some creators on YouTube that do things with their heart. It just the idea of this channel is really to help people understand each other. And by the way, I've never said that to be happy you must be married or you need to be in a relationship. I've never said this. What I'm saying and what I'm preaching on this channel is that for those people who are want to change something or want to add more to their lives, or it's their dream, I'm helping them to understand each other. And originally this channel had started from women to help ladies and their husbands who came here from Ukraine, and then they have an American husband, and they are just trying to figure out how to make it happen. It's very hard, guys. It's not easy to relationships are complicated anyway. When you're from different cultures, it makes it harder. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Matt Eastwood. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. By the way, where are you from? Are you... Oh, it's... Wow, thank you so much for the 10 pounds. So I presume you are in UK. Thank you, Matt. You have many pictures on your profile, so I don't know which one is you, but thank you so much for supporting. I appreciate that. And also, Edwin, did you say you were watching for a year? Okay. All right. Guys, another thing that, okay, I need to ask you for a few things. Thank you again. Thank you for showering me with your support today. I appreciate that. Thank you. I want to ask you guys for a few things. If you could be a little bit more active, so I know you're watching me. If you can be more often showing your voice, sharing things, right? So okay. No, please, no music. It's really weird if you have music popping on your channel, you get in so much trouble. But I think it's like under 20 seconds, so I think I made it low. So anyway, no, guys, you're doing great. So yeah, I have a few things to tell you how you can support the channel. Write your comments more often, share your opinions so I know you're watching. Because when I see new names, you're not gonna believe this, but I know a lot of you. So when I see a new name, I'm like, you're new, I don't know you. I literally remember hundreds of people. You guys don't laugh at me, but I do remember hundreds of people who've ever watched my channel. So when I see new names, I always get curious, and I always like, oh, I don't know you. And then some people say, oh, I've been watching you for 5 years, I've been watching you for 7 years, 7 years probably not, but so it's nice to get to know you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, John Vitier. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I appreciate your support. Thank you, guys. You're showering me today for real. Thank you. Let's put some bubbles in the darkness. Bubbles. Look at the bubbles. Thank you. Let me read some more comments. All comments are read by Veronica and provide with great topics. Yes, Terry, that's correct. I'm a third shift police officer, so it gets hard to follow tubers during the day, but I will make an effort. Well, don't worry about it. You're doing something very important. I'm actually honored that you are watching my channel. I appreciate police officers and their work, and they're putting their life on the line every single day, doing important stuff. So absolutely watch when you can, but if you can, sometimes like write a comment or something like that. If so guys, when you write in comments, I know what kind of topics you may be interested to listen, what kind of topics you may be interested to hear. So that is important, right? because I don't want to make videos that bore you or you're not interested, or completely out alignment of what we are doing. So, but yeah, no, service first, watch when you can, comment when you can. Now I know who you are, so thank you so much. Yeah, I know. Oh my gosh. Edwin says, while you guys sleep, I get toxic in overnight manosphere streams. Yeah. Well, I would say this, there are some reasonable voices. I've learned a few people that have some reason, but overall, there is not a single person that can be your copy. You have to pick and choose and follow whatever aligns with your life goals, because if you follow something that contradicts your life goals, I'm here, guys, still. How do you achieve your life goals? For example, if the girl wants to get married, have a good family, if she follows feminists and men's hate, it's gonna be somewhere. It's gonna program her for never achieving her goal. So that's it. That's all. So if you're a police officer and you look at it's really weird, while those manosphere are streaming, you put your life on the line to serve and protect. Think about that. While they are talking and putting down women, you're out there watching for everyone to be safe. So we appreciate your service to the community. Thank you, Edwin. And I'm honored that you're watching my videos. Say hi to Manosphere. Oh, thank you. I'm really happy after watching your videos. Always very useful. Terry is saying, at least we all have been interacting and positive. Okay, you guys talking in between you. So anyway, my dear friends, you're awesome. Thank you so much for your support, for hopping in. I'm here in the dark. Thank you so much for your donations. I'm gonna go drop some donations for somebody else. How about that? I just I found some things that still can be used by someone, but not necessarily needed. So thank you so much, everybody, for participating. Our goal is to make things better. Our goal is to salvage, to save some of that conservative traditional values in this crazy ultra liberal world, where they trying to encourage us to do the craziest stuff. Makes this make sense to me. They encourage people to not know what they stand for, what their gender is, where is they going, all this green hair stuff. Don't try to tell me that this bring any value to anybody. It does not. So we are here for we have a purpose, we have a goal. We want to help people to get together, create families. It's very hard to destroy societies that have strong values. We need those values back. We don't need this half naked women jumping on the stage and having sex almost pretty much on the stage when everybody is watching. All these ceremonies and all this Cardi B bull crap. It's not even an art. It's some horrible embarrassment that should be shown for those people who like that kind of thing. 18 plus. It should, girls should not be watching this. 12-year-old girls, 15-year-old girls should not be watching this crap. It's a disgrace. People who have no morals, no education, no humanity, people who are criminals are ruling our country right now, telling us what we need to do, printing the money, making us slaves, mentally, financially, and they are programming us to lose in life. So we gotta we have to challenge this. We have to absolutely challenge these beliefs. They obviously are not working out. Look who is ruling our country, you know. I'm just saying. The person that cannot handle their own family, the person that cannot raise their own son, the person who is crooks themselves, is the head of one of the most powerful countries that's supposed to be one of the most powerful countries in the world. You cannot lead something if you can even take care of your own child. This is you guys know I'm from Ukraine, you know, I have family in Ukraine, and the kind of crimes that going on over there is that their family have been doing, you know. I said that before, where is Me Too when you need it? Why it is okay for people like son of certain, you know guys who I mean, son of our current head of the country, you know, raping women and using escort and using drugs, somehow that is fine, you know. We should be like, yeah, that's democracy, that's liberty, you know, that's great. So Edwin and other guys who trying to keep things together, who looking for our safety, thank you so much. This is so wrong. We should be able to look up. We should be able to look up in our society, but no, we only have nothing but embarrassment. I told you guys, don't make me mad. Oh, thank you. Colin is saying you have a bubbly personality. It was a great sense of humor. I enjoy watching your videos. You make me laugh all the time. It's a great time. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you all. So yeah, I mean, we need some order. We need our good old values. And you know, guys, you can go around and blame women that, you know, women are bad, women are this, you know, women are that. But to all these men who teach hookup culture, do you teach commitment? Do you teach values? Do you show men how to take care of things? Do you offer this commitment to change our society for better? If not, what the hell are you talking about? What do you offer? All you do is teaching men how to use women. So you think that somehow this will help in general? You think that somehow this is going to be, you know, a great achievement? That people will achieve something watching this? We need more people, more channels who encourage and offer solutions and encouraging things and ideas that make this world better. And you know, we already have, we already embarrassed. This year was probably most embarrassing year in the entire history of the world. This is just my thought. This year must have been the craziest year ever. You know, we lost our freedoms, you know, we lost our voice. We had to obey all kinds of weird ideas, and we had to pretend that things are done lawfully. But this year we saw the most corruption in front of our faces. We saw lie, we saw toss-ups, you know, we saw people denying evidence and screwing things up. So we don't need more destruction, we don't need more pain, we don't need more broken people, more broken families. We don't need none of that. We need solutions and opportunities and bridges between people that are on the opposite sides, and see what we can do. We can't completely you know, we can't change anybody. You can change anybody, but what you can do is you can change yourself and make this world better. With that being said, I will see you soon. Thank you guys.